Wake up, I'm ready to go, yeah. Feeling so good in control, yeah. Think of the places I could be, so I give up and watch TV. I think I'm going crazy, pacing around my room. Tell me that it gets better, being alone together. The world is upside down and I'm turning inside out. Tell me that it gets better, being alone together.
Welcome back to the Life After Disney studio vlog. This week, I walk you through my process of creating a digital illustration and show you a glimpse of what a filming week looks like for me. It's been a bit rainy lately. That doesn't happen too often in California, so I really love soaking it in. All I really want to do is take the day off, cozy up in bed, and listen to the raindrops tapping against the window. One of the ways to snap myself out of it is to brew myself a cup of tea. It's a habit I developed that immediately puts me in the mood to work, even if I don't feel like it. The first thing I have to tackle is turning my sketchbook drawing into a digital piece. I really like the look of traditionally hand-drawn art, and I've found a way to turn it into a mixed media piece while retaining a lot of the textures and traditional feel. I'll be working on it for the majority of the week, and the finished piece is now available in the online store. The first step is to get a good quality scan of the drawing. Focus. I am going to take thumbnail photos. I've dressed the set as best as I can. I've dressed myself, so let's take some photos. Since I have to dress the set myself and do makeup every single time I take thumbnail photos, it can take a few hours from start to finish. Instead, I pick a day of the week to take all the photos I need for the month, so I can look like a gremlin whenever I don't have to be on camera. That way, the next few days, I can focus on marathon filming all my videos for the month. Even though being on camera is really draining for me, I noticed if I do it all at once, it's easier for me to film. The first 10 minutes is always the worst of it. Then I kind of get into a groove. Maybe that's my performance anxiety. The first step to turn my sketch into a digital piece is to turn it into line art. In Photoshop, turn the image to grayscale mode and copy-paste the image in a new channels layer. Select the layer, then inverse selection to select only the drawing. Go to Layers and fill a new layer with the selection. You now have your drawing on a separate layer. Make sure to turn the file back to RGB or CMYK mode to start painting. Now, time to create the flats layers. To make the process faster and more efficient, I only select the main objects first, starting with the girl. Once I'm done, I temporarily fill the selection with a random color and move on. Next is the snake. The whole process takes a while, so I turn on podcast or music to get me through it. Once I'm done filming, I immediately start editing. It's the most time-consuming part of the job, but also the most rewarding in a lot of ways. I learn the most as a creator from the editing process. Things like how I could have performed better, what shots work and don't work, and maybe things to try next time. The vlogs in particular require so much of my time, since I also write a voiceover script. Hello. So I have been using Vincent's sound recording booth, aka the closet, for recording my voiceovers for the vlogs, and it's really made the voiceovers sound really good. I'm gonna go in there, lock myself in there sometimes between 20 minutes to an hour, record my voiceover because I'm a little bit of a perfectionist, and then get back to editing, finishing up the vlog, uploading it, and yeah. Next, I select the flowers. I try to be detailed about this process. It's easy to get a little lazy trying to get clean edges, but it can end up looking messy if you're not careful. Once the flowers are done, time to select the flourishes in the background. Once all the large shapes are flattened out, I start separating the smaller shapes like the mass of the hair. Since I already did much of the hard work, all I have to do is press Command and J to copy-paste the selection onto a new layer. I do the same thing for the snake and flowers. Once everything is flattened, I use the hue saturation sliders to adjust the colors. Once I'm done with the voiceover, I spend a few more hours editing and fine-tuning the videos. I usually plan an entire day for just thumbnail and social media post creation. It's arguably the most important part of the process, so I don't like to be tired from editing when I finally get around to creating a thumbnail. Once all the colors are finalized, I create a mask layer and start colorizing the lines. This is why I separate the original sketch onto its own layer instead of using layer styles like multiply. It really starts transforming the entire piece to become more cohesive and nuanced. I can also make lines disappear nicely by matching the colors to the layer underneath. That way, I don't have to erase out the lines and texture. It's important to keep your layers organized in case you decide you want to change the colors. Once the lines are done, it really starts coming together. At this point, I start painting it up. I've painted a lot traditionally, and it's taught me to be intentional with every mark I make. So, this part of the process is actually pretty fast for me, because I don't spend hours rendering form. I pick a few focal points and spend most of the time making sure it looks good, while keeping the rest of the drawing fairly simple. I add some finishing highlights, and I'd like to eventually add some motion effects to this piece, but for now, it's done. If you want a print of this piece, it is now available in the online store.